everybody, my name is Advait Vivedi and welcome to my new YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, I am going to teach you 6th grade NCERT. Not forever, I am going to start with 6th grade NCERT and continue for higher classes. So, let's start. So, our first topic is patterns in mathematics. I think so you can see over here. So, as we start, we'll know the basics before we start. Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. Mathematics is very easy. People say that mathematics is very hard, you need to do calculations. There is nothing about it. It's very easy. You can easily continue towards the goal of mathematics. My goal is to teach you people MPC, means math, physics, chemistry. I'm going to start with maths and continue for other subjects. So please don't get worried. Maths is a very easy subject. And as you know my title, always above 90, and that will be true. I'll always let you get marks higher than 90 marks. Okay, so let's start. So before we start, I'll tell you some basics about this chapter. Basic in the sense key points. The first key point is number theory. I'm sure you might be able to see it. Number theory. I'm sorry, my writing is not that good, but fine. So we'll write some key points. Number theory. So what is number theory? If does any of you know this? If you don't know, that's fine. I'm going to tell you. So number theory. It is the branch. It is the branch. It is the branch of maths or mathematics. It is a branch of maths that studies the patterns in whole numbers is called number theory. You can note it down in a notes book. This is my first video. I hope so you like. Please like, share and subscribe. Okay. So this is the branch of maths that studies the patterns in patterns in whole numbers. Whole numbers is known as I'm just writing as equals to, is known as number theory. Number theory. So as given over here, the same thing. Okay. So number theory, branch of maths that studies the patterns in whole numbers, is known as number theory. Now you might be getting confused. Like some of the people might not understand what can it. So you might have a doubt. Can you give some examples of number theory? Because the definition is given in exact words, so it might be a little hard for you to understand. So number theory is the branch of mathematics that studies the patterns in whole numbers, is called number theory, as I told you. So there are different types of number theories. But before we know what is number theory, before we continue to number theory, we have one more key point, very important, which is, does anybody of you know, which is number sequences. In this whole chapter, we are going to talk about number sequences and shape sequences. So let's start with number sequences. So in number sequences, the main key point is that number sequences is the most basic and important sequences and most important basic and important sequences among the fascinating types of mathematics. Among the fascinating types of patterns that mathematician studies. Among the fascinating types of patterns, Fascinating types of patterns. Sorry, my writing is little bad. I'll try to improve so that you people will be clear with the concept in a neat way. I'm writing all of the stuff so that you will be clear with what I'm telling you, so that you can even make notes. Sorry. Okay. So this is number sequences. Now you might be thinking of some examples of number sequences. I'll just minimize so that you can make notes of it, or you can go back and see, but I'm just going to minimize it. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you some examples of number sequences. So I'll just write it like table 1, example of number sequences, examples of number sequences, examples of number sequences. So let's continue with it. So I'll start with one by one. I'll start one by one and then I'm going to tell you all the types of examples. So first we have one type of number sequence, which is this. You might be thinking that I've never seen this kind of number sequence, right? Well, it's not there, but you can write it. So the actual, which we call this in number sequences, is all ones. We call this is known as all ones, means we are counting ones numbers. So as you can see over here, that these all are number ones. One, 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 one. Everywhere it's written one. So it's easy for this is the most easy number sequences, all ones. Then after continuing, we have one. This is known as counting numbers. 1, 2, 3 means which is not counting numbers. Even 0 is there in this. You can add it if you're writing whole numbers. In natural numbers, in natural numbers you don't need to use this. So we are going to go with whole numbers. Okay, so we can write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and continuation. This is known as counting numbers. Okay, I'm just writing the short form. This is known as counting numbers. After continuing, we have this. Most of you people might know this. Can anybody tell me what is this? If you guess this, nice. This is odd numbers. This is odd numbers. I'm sorry, these are odd numbers. As you can see, odd numbers, I'll just give you a fast definition. So odd numbers are the numbers which are not divisible by 2. As you can see here, 1 is not divisible by 2, 3 is not divisible by 2, not 5, neither 7, neither 9. So these all numbers are odd numbers. Okay. So after continuing, we get to know a new type. We proceed and we get this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this is we'll add 0 also, as we are taking whole numbers. So this is the just the opposite of odd numbers, means even numbers. So most of you people, I know you people play hand cricket. So it's just like odd or even, you have the same thing over here, odd or even. Okay. This is just the continuation because it reached till infinity. So I'm using dots for continuation. These are even numbers. Just for a brief explanation, the numbers which are divisible by 2 are known as even numbers. So we won't take 0 because 0 is even. You won't take 0 because 0 is even divisible by 1. So like 0 is divisible by every number. So you can't take 0 as an even number. You can start with 2 and continue. So as you can see here that all the numbers are divisible by 2, like 2, 4, everything is divisible by 2 over here. So these all are even numbers. Then when we continue, we have triangular numbers. So triangular numbers are the numbers which how many triangles. I'll tell you like how can you get to know the easy way of getting to know the triangular, how to memorize the triangular numbers. Okay. So now we'll just write the triangular numbers. The triangular numbers which are here, which are there in the NCERT book is 1, 3, 6, 8, 8 and then 10, 12, and then for continuation it goes. Then you have sorry. These don't come in sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry for this. Okay, so the triangular numbers are 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, etc. Okay, so these are, as I told you, triangular numbers. Okay, so these are triangular numbers, and as we continue you can see these are triangular numbers. So what happens basically in this is like, it is like 1, 3, 6, you go with, then after adding 3 to the 3 you get 6, then you add 4 which gives you 10, then you add 5 which gives you 15, then you again add 6, you like adding one number greater to the result of the old addition. Okay, so this is just the same thing. And then as we continue triangular numbers, I'll tell you all the diagram explanation of all these. I'll try. And then you have, for this you have is you have next is squares. So most of the people might know squares, right? 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, you know, right? Okay, this can, then 3 square is 6, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25. You need to remember all these. If you want, I can make a short video about, in shorts, that how to find squares of any number very quickly. I have learned a trick. So if you want, you can watch that video. 25, then for 6, 36, then etc. So these all are squares of all numbers. Like you can see here, square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is 4, square of 3 is 6. No, sorry. This is not 6. I did a mistake. This is 9 actually. Oh, this is 9. Okay, so it's 9. So you can see 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36. So it goes on like that. So that's why these squares are, these numbers are known as squares. Okay, I hope so you are clear with this. So now let's continue to the next numbers, which are Virhanka numbers. So these are a type of numbers which are named different. Okay. So if you want, at the end of the video I can tell you the meaning of Virhanka numbers. I'll tell you at the end of the video. So Virahanka numbers are the numbers which Virahanka numbers. I'll just write the Virahanka numbers, which are 1, 2, 3. These are a special type of numbers, so they are named like this. 5, 8. These numbers are not used most probably, so we won't go deep in this. And the further classes we are going to learn what are Virahanka numbers. Or if you want, I can put it in one of my short. Virahanka numbers. After some time, I'm going to start live classes at night, about 8:30 to 9, or maybe 8 to 8:30. But now we have crossed 8:30, so we started our class at 8:30 and it's going to be 9. So first class I'm going to take about half an hour. You can even go forward if you're feeling little uncomfortable in the between. You can you can go forward and see what the topics I'm teaching. So these are Virahanka numbers, and then it continues. You can see, and then we have powers of 2. Very easy. 2 square is 4. You can just write like that. Okay, but before writing any of these, you need to. Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. Powers of 2 is basically when you multiply that number into 2 again and again. So I'll just show you. This is This is not one of the squares, so it will start with 1, then it will start 2, then it will start 4. 2 square 4, then 2 twos are 4, then 4 twos are 8, then 8 twos are 16, then 16 twos are 32, 32 twos are 64. Like that you continue. These are, I just told you, these are known as powers of 2. I'll try my best to improve my writing. It's little hard to write in the device, so I'll try my best to improve my writing. Okay, and then at the last we have some last examples. Till now we have covered one example, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In total, today I am going to cover, like in total I have given you some examples of number sequences. So we are going to cover 9 types of number sequences. So the last and the ninth, but last and not the least, the ninth one is powers of 3. So you know how to write powers of 3? Yeah. 3, first you need to write 1, then 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, sorry, not this. 3 twos are 6, 6 threes are 18. In that way you continue. Sorry, I'm so sorry. First we'll write 3, because 1 will of course come over here. 1 will of course come over here. Then after that we'll have 3, because 3 ones are 3. Then 3 twos are 6. Then you'll do 3 threes are 9. Then 9 threes are 27. You won't have 6 actually, because you won't have 6, because we are writing powers of 3, so 6 is not there, is not a power of 3. Okay, so 9, then 27, then 81, then 243, then it continues. These are the powers of 3, right? And these are the powers of 3. So now these were the 9 types which I just told you. You can make notes of it quickly. See, these are the 9 types. So you just need to remember this. It's not you need to see, guys, never mug up anything. You need to learn the concept. So just like I told you, the concept of odd and even numbers, right? See, even like I just told you that odd numbers and difference between odd and even. In the same way, for every concept, you need to learn the concept, or else math will, of course, you're not supposed to mug up in math. Everything is based upon your calculations. Now, some of you people might think that I'm not good at math. I don't know I'm not good at math. I can't do calculations. That's why I have made my channel Toppers Track, so that you people can learn this all stuff. Okay, so now we'll continue further. I've made a class of 20 minutes approximately, and I'm going to take for 30 minutes. So let's continue. Now we'll have visualizing number sequences. So I'll just tell you what is visualizing number sequences. When you're visualizing number sequences, we can visualize the number sequences through pictures. Do you know that? So we'll just write here. We'll just draw a line so that you don't get confused if this is Morse or something. Draw a line. Then we'll write visualizing number sequences. Visualizing number sequences. I'm writing so that you can make notes of these. Okay, visualizing number sequences. So what do we do? So these I'll just write like a star as a first point. So number sequences, I'll just write so that you can make notes. Number sequences can be visualized using pictures. Can be visualized visualize using pictures. Using pictures. Okay. So what we'll do here is, so we'll make it a little dark. I think so. I made a little border because I think so it was going very thin. So number sequences can be visualized using pictures. So as we see here, we'll just get to know from the NCERT. I'm making a short form of NCERT. Okay. So what do we do now is, we move towards the second point. I've changed the color so that it looks little differentiated and nice. By understanding mathematical objects through pictures is a fruitful way to understand the mathematical concepts. So just think, if you're writing, just imagine, okay? So if you're writing normally numbers 1, 2, 3, this won't look that good. Teacher will give you this. Okay, I'm just joking. It looks nice, but it's just fine. Okay, but to make it more fruitful, okay, I'm adding a code to make it more fruitful. You know what you can do? The best thing, you know what? By adding pictures, or by giving a different types of, shapes or something. So if you want notes, I have made some notes so for this chapter. So if you want them, you can just contact in my phone number. You can go and check my YouTube channel. You can go and check my YouTube channel banner. You'll get to know my phone number. You can, please don't call, just text in that. I'll send you the picture of my notes, so you can refer that to understand the topics more thoroughly. Okay. To make this more fruitful, you can add pictures. Now by adding pictures, it become more fruitful, as you understand, and it will be more such a easier, such a funful way. Okay, it will be very fun. It will be very fun if you use some pictures. Okay, everything is related to pictures right now through this topic. So now not only pictures, through some diagrams also. Okay, so you remember at the starting I told you I'll tell you a trick so that you can remember the triangular numbers. I'm going to teach you that in these examples. So what will I do is, I'll continue writing. I'll give you some examples of these pictorial representation of the number sequences. I'll just write here. I'll change the color. It will look more nice. Pictorial representations. Maybe I'll cover half of this chapter today or more than half today. Then in the next video I'm going to complete these chapters, including by giving some questions also. Okay, so very fun. Pictorial representation. Okay, so it's very easy, of some number sequences. If you have any queries, you can contact me in my number. Just text of number sequences. Okay, now we'll continue and we'll see some examples. So you remember before I wrote like this, you remember this? I'll just go up and show you. Do you remember this all ones? I wrote it in the number form, but what happens if I write it in the pictorial way? It will be very nice. So let's continue. Let's see. Now all ones we'll write it like this: 1, 1, 1, 1. But now I just told you that I'm going to show it in a pictorial way. So this is the way. 1. Okay. That is 1. Then 2. 1. 1. Not 2. I was saying 1. So you see these? These are the pictorial representation. Okay. So we use these as numbers. These are the normal number sequences. But when you add some design at the top, when you add some pictorial representation, that turns to be pictorial representation of number sequences. I just wrote a box. Okay. So now let's continue further in the same ways, and this is known as all ones. Okay. Now I'll write the second topic with red pen. So that what will be your second topic? It will be counting numbers. So how are counting numbers? As it you might remember 1, 2, 3, 4. You can add commas if you want, but it will be much better if you don't add them. 4, 5, 6. So these are some numbers, and I'll use another color to show you. Let's just use this color. Okay. So we can represent this by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can continue like this. You can continue like this. Then these are some examples of counting numbers. The counting numbers. Counting numbers, just the short form. Okay, you just see these are the pictorial representation. Okay, this you can see how fruitful and nice these look. Then again we'll switch to red color. Then we'll write 3. What is the third one? Do you people remember? Yeah, I think so. Maybe yes. These are odd numbers. What are the odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, these are the odd numbers. And then you can take any. I'll take some color. And then you can see how can we represent this 1. Okay, but we'll not use this 3 technique to represent over here. Okay, we'll write 3 like this. Because you're specifying another number, so we need to write it in a different way. This gives an odd number. This gives an sense of odd numbers. Okay, 3, then 5 also you can write like this. In basically in dice, in the playing dice, 5 is given like this. You can even use this if you want, but this is a better way. Okay, so this is 5, then this is 7. You just need to increase two numbers every time. Add 2 and then you will get the next odd number. This is 9. So these are some examples which I have given over here. Okay. And then I'll just show you. I'll just tell you these are what? Do you remember? Yes. Odd numbers. Guys, please support me. I've started this new channel. If I grow worldwide, I'll start making new higher topics which are much better. So please support me, like, share, subscribe, so to grow my motivation. Okay. Then we go for the other number, which is even numbers. Now even numbers will always be. See here we used odd numbers. See, you can see here. Here we have 1 dot. Here we have 2 dots. So it's odd. This is odd. We have here only 1 number, but here 2 numbers. So in even numbers, to make it little more look like even numbers, we'll do this trick. See, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Now you can see, to make it look nice, we can change it like this. You know how? 2. See, now you can see both the places are equal. You can see, right? Here up also 1 dot, down also 1 dot. For 4, 2 also at the top also we have 2 dots, and at the bottom also we have 2 dots. For 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just same. Okay. For 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can write like this for 8. And for 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If any disturbance, sorry for that. Okay. So we'll write for this. We can write it like even numbers. Even numbers. Now it's the time of everybody's favorite numbers. You know about triangular numbers. So triangular numbers, this is not the exact way that you can remember what are the triangular numbers, because yeah, you can learn through this also, and there is one more technique which I'll tell you later in the next video maybe. Okay, so what happens in this is like we'll write it like this. We'll write in number 5. So today this will be my last topic. In the next class I'm going to complete this chapter, and I'm even going to give some hard questions, some complicated questions. Actually, math is not complicated, but among the questions which are there in the NCERT, I'll give you some important questions which you can study. Okay, so I'll write 5 over here. The fifth means the fifth point, which is triangular numbers. So triangular numbers always start with 1. So we'll write here. We'll write 1. We'll write 1 over here. Okay. Then triangular numbers. You can just do like this. 1, 3, 6. We'll just write some of them. 1, 3, 6, 10. 10. Okay. We'll just write the example for these ones. So for these, we can use a trick. I told you I would tell you a trick, right? So this is the trick. Just see. Just carefully look at it. We'll easily understand. Okay. So for 1, you can write it like this. I think so. Yellow is not clear. Fine. I'll just change the color. Yeah, I think so. Yellow is not clear. I'll use this one. Okay. This is 1. Okay. This is 3. So what you need to do, the numbers which are given, you need to make a triangle out of that. So now 1 you can't make a triangle. Okay. But for 3, you can actually make. See, 1, 2, 3. Now if you connect the dots, you'll actually get a triangle. So this is what I was telling, that you need to this is one of the tricks. Okay, so see, 1, 3. Now here is 6. Now can you tell me how can you make some triangle out of 6? You can just write 1, 2, 3. Then at the space between these two, the alternative space between these two, you can draw 2 more dots. 1, 2. Then at the top of it, 1. See how many dots I use? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which is equal to 6. Okay, so out of 6 dots we made out of 6 dots we made a triangle. Then what about 10? Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we just need to increase that bottom number. Here we have 1, here we have 2, here we have 3. Now we are using 4. Okay, so you just need to increase the bottom number and then make a triangle. Then here you can write like 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 1. Count how many dots are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these all are totally 10 dots. So this is one of the tricks that you can learn to remember the triangular numbers. If you did not understand, contact me in my number. I'll make a short video out of it, so that I'll briefly explain this. Okay, I think you might have understood this very nicely. Okay, so I'll just write triangular numbers. Okay, you can make these notes which I've just written. See, till now I've written this much. You can make notes of these. It will be easier for you to do self-study. Okay, then we'll go for 6. 6 number. This will be my last topic. After this I'm going to end today's video. Okay, then at the 6th number we have, guess what? Squares. Yes, you're right. Squares. So the square numbers. 1 square is nothing but 1. 1 second, I'll just put a little bottom so you get to know more clarity, so that you get a little more clarity. So 6 number is, 1 square is always 1, 2 square like always 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 25. Let's not go more than this because we don't have that much place to draw the dots. Okay, so now we'll again use some other random color. Let's pick from here. Just like anything color. Okay, so for this what we'll do is, I'll just show you the way. Now you know the triangular numbers. In the same way you can do square numbers. How can you see? You can't make a square out of one number, so you just draw a dot for one number. Okay, add continuation for 4. Yes, you can make a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, if you join the dots, it will become a square. So this is an obvious way. This is an obvious way of making making a square out of 4 dots. Then out of 9 dots. Easy. Yeah, anybody have seen a Rubik's Cube? Yeah, I have of course seen. The Rubik's Cube have 9 faces. Okay, so it's just like a one-sided Rubik's Cube. You can see it has like 3 by 3. Then 16, yeah, of course, with 16 also you can make. Just make 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, by using this technique like this. Then again you'll draw dots. You're not supposed to break the contact, okay? Then you just continue the dots in between, something like this, okay? So you see this square has 16 dots in it and it's a perfect square. Yeah, it's not a perfect square because of my drawing, but it's actually, if you make it perfectly, it will become a perfect square. 25. Let's take a bit of space for 25 at the bottom because we need to draw many dots. So it will be like we can do like 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Now you know you need to draw that 5 times because here we wrote only 5 times. So basically there you need to do it 6 times. 1 2 3 4 5. Again 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Then again last time 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. So so these are some examples of this. So I think so. Oh, I've made a mistake. I'm so sorry for it. I have drawn some extra dots. Yeah, this is the correct. Okay. So now I've used 16 dots in the 16 one, and these are some 25 dots. Okay. You can even count like using tables. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, 5 fours are 25, 5 fives are 25. So these all images found to be 25. Sorry, I mean 25 dots make the square. So it's possible. So we can write squares. I hope so you have learned the trick how to remember the triangular numbers and square numbers. And let's end this video over here. Thank you.